Kristen, you were a judge at Shorty Impact Awards. You've been on the It's No Fluke podcast. How's your experience been with Shorties in general?
Shorty Awards is amazing. I think honoring the best in the industry is like so important, especially to keep inspiring those to create beautiful things. So it's an honor to be on the podcast and to be a part of this tonight.
When you judged, what was the common denominator between the applicants, and what was the unique thing that gave them the edge?
Yeah, I think what's interesting is everyone is passionate about something, and it's all about how you apply, your passion and your determination. And so it was interesting because everyone is passionate about something totally different, whether it's climate or storytelling or marketing. It's really cool to see that shine through. I think the common denominator is the passion and truly like that determination that everyone has to pursue making a change. What made a winner stand out was really just the amount of effort and storytelling. Because as someone who might not be super passionate about a particular area or might not be able to relate, it's important to tell the story so that the judge can really put themselves in your shoes or someone else's shoes and really understand and feel and understand why something is so compelling and needs attention and needs funding.
What's next? You work so closely with creators. What's next for them?
I think in general the future of work is really changing. So anyone can really build their own brand and own company and make a living doing what they love and what they're passionate about. It's really all about people taking a chance on themselves. What I think is great about the Shorty Awards is a lot of the categories have been brands working with creators, and I think we're going to continue to see more of that. So that's why these types of awards and impact awards are so important.
Hi, Anthony. My name is Vanshika. How are you doing?
I'm amazing. Thanks for asking.
How are you feeling about the Shorty Impact Awards?
I think it's a great way in order to show the contributions of organizations big and small, how they're using digital to impact the lives of so many people. And I'm just excited to see those works and who takes the top place. I've been a judge for consecutive years, not only for the Impact Awards, but for the Shorty Awards as well. This is my first time attending the event, though, in person, so I'm really excited to be here. So I think it's a little bit different, just always hearing about the recap, but now I'm here live in person, so I think this experience will be memorable, and I'm excited to be here. But it's tedious, it's a lot of entries, but we want to make sure that we're thoughtful, right? And who these awards go to, they mean a lot in terms of who wins them, and it means a lot to us as well to award them.
So what was the common denominator between the applicants you liked?
I really think the immersion of technology for the better usage of reaching individuals, impacting, social impact, leveraging it to see the power of one to many. And I think for many organizations, no matter your messaging, in order for you to know who you are, who you want to reach, and how you can get there. But I think everyone loves to see, how their impact is much larger with others, is right, in terms of that social engineering. So I think any kind of way you could really make a splash in the social space, you're good to go.
Awesome. And for the next year's applicants, what advice do you have?
Begin with the end in mind. Just think about your consumers, right? I think as a marketeer or sometimes as individuals, we want things to go right, but we're thinking from a business perspective. And, this is really impactful organizations, right? You do, and they do, these organizations, a lot of great impactful work, but just continue to be thoughtful in that. Hone on one thing, zone in on that one entry, that one impact, and splash it out. I think versus trying to sprinkle your love everywhere with a rain shower. Sometimes it's okay just with a little rain dance.
How was your experience judging the Elevate Creatives Fund?
It was so fun to judge the Elevate Creatives Fund. It's a little bit different than judging the regular Shorty Awards because you are giving cash directly to creatives, and that is so wonderful.
And how important is it to have such campaigns and to have such programs where other creators are also uplifted and given the opportunity to have the resources so that they can grow?
It's so important to give the right resources to creators when they need it the most. So when they're growing their business, when they're building their platform and their network, and to make sure that they have the right support system so they also know how to use those resources well.
You're also a creator. What's some advice that you want to give to these creators?
Sure. So I think a lot of these creatives probably already are maybe a little bit of the way there. So my advice would be to start with one platform. If you're not sure what platform to start creating content on, start with one and go from there. And the other piece of advice is connect in a real way. So the more you can make friends and the more you can, I like to call it, grow up with your friends. So you're just doing fun things with your friends, the better.
That's amazing. How was your experience being on the It's No Fluke podcast?
Oh gosh, it was very, very cool. And it was a little tough, but it was very fun to answer those questions and to really give what I thought. Yeah.
You presented just now. How was that experience?
It was great. It was a lot of fun. I've been a finalist a few times at the Shorty Awards, but never presenter, so it was great to hand the winners their trophies and see the reactions.
And you were also a judge. How was that experience for you?
Yeah, it was great. It's always nice to be inspired by other campaigns in the space and kind of see what everyone else is up to.
What was the common denominator between the applicants, and what was the edge that the winners got?
So for tonight, I feel like it was whatever just like made the most global impact. I think we saw a lot of like mental health awareness winners, a lot of diversity and inclusion winners this week. So at least for the impact awards, no pun intended, but whatever made the most kind of global impact seemed to have the edge.
Awesome. And you were on the podcast, It's No Fluke podcast. How was that experience for you?
Amazing. So much fun. Thank you again for having me. It was honestly a blast. I felt like I could have kept talking for hours. And yeah, it was really fun.
It was so nice because we talked about HQ Trivia, and the documentary, which was just so cool because I love the market. When marketing combines with entertainment, that space is just like a sweet spot for me. So how was that experience for you?
I worked at HQ Trivia and it was the most amazing wild ride of my life. I think that you mentioned it, but it perfectly blended the combinations of technology and marketing and entertainment and partnerships and pop culture. Really kind of cracked the holy grail in terms of live mobile at scale. So it was amazing to kind of retell that story for the doc. It was amazing to talk about it on the podcast. And I think the future of entertainment is live and interactive. So I'm just curious to see where it goes.